You'll have to excuse me if I don't sound too good here. I've been kind of sick this week, and that was not a good state in which to watch Mexican America winning the tag titles, let me tell you. I'm on a whole bunch of cold medicine right now, and I'm gonna try not to go on for too long here because I don't know how long my voice is gonna last. Of course, Ric Flair came back this week and he challenged Sting to a match. I guess that's gonna happen at the pay-per-view, but with this company you never know. They might just blow it off on TV. And there's your nostalgia pop, I guess. I don't have any desire to see that match again, but if this is going to be Sting's last run, it might be nice to see him and Flair one more time. Will it be a good match? No. But I'm sure Flair will find a way to make it somewhat entertaining at least. You know he's going to be bumping all over the place, he'll probably bleed like a faucet and all that stuff. And that's going to set up Sting versus Hogan at Bound for Glory. So I guess it's more or less official now. And if you're honestly looking forward to that, then I don't even know what to say to you. I mean, forget about what a horrible match it'll be. Isn't putting Hogan in the ring just dangerous at this point? The guy is barely mobile as it is, but to put him in a situation where he might fall on his back that was surgically repaired like 8 times, that's just asking for trouble. But it looks like they're going to go through with it, and I fully expect it to be an absolute catastrophe in the ring. But considering Bound for Glory is in Philadelphia, so they're probably going to have an arena full of smart marks on their hands, I think the way the crowd reacts to this is just going to be hilarious. The Bound for Glory series. They are screwing up the Bound for Glory series. It started out as something good. They were putting focus on it, it felt like it meant something, but now Vince Russo's ADHD is starting to shine through. Like a lighthouse in the fog, you can see it coming. The matches are getting less time now, they don't seem to matter as much, and all those side stories I talked about before, all the focus is starting to shift onto them, which is exactly what I was afraid of. And now it's not about who's going to main event Bound for Glory anymore, it's about what's Jerry Lynn up to with RVD. It's about Samoa Joe going nuts and attacking people at random. And all this is just distracting people from what should be the most important thing. They had something good going for a while there, but they're dropping the ball on it now. Maybe they think they don't have to focus on it so much because all signs are pointing to Crimson winning the tournament, and he probably will, but that doesn't excuse this. You can't just go off in a million different directions just because people think they know who the winner's gonna be. You still have to act like there's some suspension of disbelief here. Speaking of Crimson, he had that segment with Kurt Angle, and I was really glad they did this because if they want to do Crimson Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory, and it looks like they do, they've got to start building this guy up on the mic. And this was the test to see if Crimson had any legit mic skills. It was his first lengthy promo, his first real promo period, basically. I thought he did pretty well. I mean, there's room for improvement, sure. I mean, you could tell he wasn't totally relaxed and he was pretty obviously reciting memorized lines, but he showed potential. He didn't stumble over his words or anything. And considering that was his first major promo on TV, that could have gone a hell of a lot worse. I mean, I've seen plenty of new guys go out to the ring for their first promo and completely fall on their face, but Crimson did an admirable job here, and I think he'll certainly get better with practice, so good for him. They had an X Division gauntlet match. And this is where they introduced all the new talent they signed. Alex Shelley really should have lasted longer. I didn't have a problem with him jobbing since you need to put over the new guys, but to have him get taken out in less than 2 minutes, are you kidding me?
Oh, what a bunch of bull.
But then they immediately made up for it. I don't know why Robbie brought Cookie out with him. I'm pretty sure they broke up last week, but Cookie distracted Robbie and he got pinned in 5 seconds just as he should be, so who the hell am I to complain? The match was fun. Most of the guys worked hard. I mean, Kid Cash kind of phoned it in, but it was still good. But I thought the presentation really took away from it. First of all, they didn't get separate entrances. They all came out in one big group, which made them all look like nobodies. Second, halfway through the match, they go to commercials. If you've got a match where you're trying to introduce 5 new talents all at once, going to commercials is the last thing you should be doing.
You people are fools!
Third, they really didn't have enough time to properly showcase everybody. You should have either given them a longer match or not tried to introduce so many of them all at once. Fourth, they tried to single out Jesse Sorensen, and the spoilers show they're going to be doing a feud with him and Kid Cash probably, which is fine, I guess. But they teased this several times while Cash was on the outside, and then just when Cash got in the ring to get in Sorensen's face, They chose that moment to go to commercials.
This whole show is ridiculous!
You didn't see anything wrong with this? That was the thing you were teasing the whole time, and then you immediately cut away from it the second it starts?
This whole show violates everything about my journalistic integrity!
That was dumb. But the match was enjoyable, and the right guy went over. Austin Aries is clearly the standout guy in this group, and they'd be stupid to not continue pushing him. There was a knockout match, Mickie James versus ODB. I don't care about ODB anymore. I think her character has more than run its course. I'm not a fan of it, and I don't think she's particularly good in the ring either. And Mickie managed to carry this, and it wasn't too bad, but I really would have preferred seeing Winter do something. And frankly, Winter was getting pushed harder before she won the title. Now she's got it, and she's hardly ever there. First time we saw her since Hardcore Justice, she's in this short, really bizarre pre-tape with Angelina, where I'm not sure, but I think the implication was that they were drinking blood. So, what, now they're time-traveling lesbian vampires?
What the fuck?
If you know what the hell is going on with this Winter character, please explain it to me. That's not sarcasm. I'm honestly very confused. They did AJ Styles versus RVD in a Bound for Glory series match. It was good, but it was too short. Jerry Lynn interfering was completely telegraphed. And then there was the main event. Beer Money defending the tag titles against Mexican America. Well, we all knew this was coming, but that doesn't make it easier to take. I do think the time had come for Beer Money to lose the belts to someone, but I just think Hernandez and Anarquia are terrible. I have not encountered a single fan that enjoys this faction. Their promos are bad, they're very careless in the ring, and to give them the tag titles when you've got the British Invasion sitting around doing nothing is just ridiculous. And hopefully that's who they'll feud with now, but I hate this title change. I already felt sick, but this just gave me the urge to... And the match itself was Russo booking at its worst, good lord. First Rosita interferes, then Sarita interferes, then Karen interferes for some reason, and then Hernandez hits Bobby Roode with the belt.
Oh shit! It's Vince Russo! What the hell is this all about?
Was all that overbooking really necessary? Couldn't you have simplified that a little bit? Did you really need the women to interfere no less than 3 times? For that matter, why didn't the referee just eject the women from ringside like he did at Hardcore Justice? I don't know. Probably because that would have made too much sense. And Mexican America aligning with the Jarretts? Ha-ha! Whatever. I guess it fits since Jess got the AAA title. I don't like it, but the silver lining here is if you put all those people together, maybe we can get all their screen time out of the way in one segment from now on instead of splitting them up. I just feel so underwhelmed right now. WWE is actually doing some interesting stuff with CM Punk being the voice of the Smart Marks, and that's been really good. They're actually taking some risks and trying some new things with that. But with TNA, it's just the same tired old product we've been seeing for years. There's no buzz about this company. There's no intrigue. They desperately need to change things up and create some interest, but they're just too stuck in their little bubble to realize it. Anyway, I've talked enough. My throat hurts, and I've got to work all day tomorrow, so I'm going to end it there. See you next week, where I expect we'll get more of the same stuff all over again. Later.